I'm Lizzie Harrison for Card Player TV, and today we have Bellagio Tournament Director Jack McClelland here in the studio. I'm glad you could make it, Jack.
Thank you, Lizzie.
So our question today came in from a viewer who's also a poker dealer. His name's Andrew, and he recently made a decision that he now thinks he may have not made correctly. On the river, player A bet out, player B called. Player A then had to expose his hand, but he only flipped one card up, an ace. He just accidentally, basically flummoxed the cards. The player next to him was not in the hand, but he reached over the line and flipped player A's other card over to expose an ace. The guy had pocket aces. The dealer, Andrew, then said that the one player to a hand rule applied, and he called player A's hand dead. He awarded the pot to player B because he said player B had the only live hand at the table. Was that the right decision?
No.
It didn't sound like it. Why do you think a dealer would take a rule that seriously, that literally?
I wonder if Andrew's still in the business. But the first thing he should have done before any of this was call a floor person over and ask the floor person to make the decision.
Dealers shouldn't be making those decisions.
But player A, for sure, didn't do anything wrong. I mean, if he didn't have time to turn his second card over.
Because he was like, boop.
Yeah. And
that's what I was thinking.
And,
it doesn't appear to be his fault.
And player B didn't do anything wrong. The only player that actually did anything wrong was the player sitting beside player A that reached over and turned the card over.
Should he be given a penalty?
What I would do is I would have all the hands are live. I'd have player A show his hand, player B show his hand. If player A's aces won, which probably obviously would happen in this situation,
it appears that way.
He would get the pot, and the player sitting beside him, I would give him a 20-minute penalty in the tournament.
And tell him not to touch other players' hands.
Right. But it wasn't like player A said, well, turn that card over for me or something. It was just...
Yeah, it seemed as though he had just meant to flip it over, didn't, and then someone else did, and the dealer called his hand dead, which would be quite unfortunate for him.
Yeah, which is...
not the correct ruling.
Which is why we keep hiring a lot of dealers, because we lose a lot.
Great. Thank you very much, Jack.
You're welcome.
Lizzie Harrison with Bellagio Tournament Director Jack McClelland for Card Player TV.